Hello everybody, how you doing and welcome. My name is Pete or PeteyTV. Now, so what I'm here to give you is a little information on what our next affixes are going to be and what they're going to be looking like. So we're going to be going into week 20 now of our World of Warcraft affixes. And the affixes this week are, something we're kind of used to. We're going to talk about them real quick, and then after that, we're going to go right into our updates, which is very, very short. So this should be a little short video today for you all. So what we're looking at for week 20 is going to be Zalatath's Bargain Devour, and that is our level 2 affix, and that means players will be periodically affected by a heal absorb while in combat. They just need to be healed out of it or dispelled, and that will end up giving you, your buff. So it's going to give you more health, and it's going to give you more crit. So it's a pretty easy, affix to deal with. Most people deal with it on their own. Some deal with it just one person, whoever it might be. But this is a very easy one to kind of deal with, especially for healers. Then after that, your level 4 affix is going to be Fortified, which means non-boss enemies are going to have more health and deal more damage. As always, 7 is going to be your Challenger's Peril, which means after the first death, you're going to have 90 seconds added to the timer, and then it's going to be, 15 seconds for every death. And then for your level 10 affix is going to be Tyrannical, which means bosses are going to have more health, they're going to deal more damage, so you have both. And lastly is your level 12 affix, which is Zalatath's Guile, which is the removal of the bargains and a flat 10% increase in HP. So we've been dealing with this stuff before. I'm not really going to go and harp into it. All I'm going to say is just keep an eye on, on how things are going. I'm at the point now where I'm running a healer, so who knows? We'll see how things go, and I'm kind of intrigued to see how things are going to kind of move into the future. So we'll see. Now, as for the weeks coming up, we think that there's going to be probably another 4 weeks left of keys. So by we I mean me. So just keep that in kind of your mind while you're doing these keys. If you're planning to change something, or if you're planning to do something, now is a really, really good time to do it. And then also, please make sure that subscribe button here. I would greatly appreciate it. I would love you all if you could. We have hours. We don't have the subscribers. So I would greatly appreciate anyone and everybody that would end up hitting that, subscribe button. Now, for the changes that are happening, now, there's been changes happening in the PTR, and I'm just going to talk about them really, really quickly. So apparently, they are going to be increasing cast times in the Theater of Pain, which makes things a little bit easier. Also, in other things, too. So, Operation Mechagon Workshop, the anti-personal squirrels are no longer going to have a 1 second cast. They're going to be instant. The bomb tonk detonate cast time was 3 seconds. Now it's 4.5. It's easier to get away. The ground and pound from Tussel's tonks, the damage reduction by 14%, which is pretty big. Rookery, the void diffuser's attraction shadow is now going to deal damage within 7 yards. It was 10. Kairos, the grounding bolt no longer mentions leaving behind a pool of lightning. Motherload, the Chemicalist's initial damage is reduced by 85%, and periodic damage is reduced by 33%. The Mechanized Peacekeeper Charge Shield is reduced by 16%. I'm sorry, duration is reduced to 16%, was 20. The Hired Assassin's Fan of Knives damage is reduced by 14. The Mine Rat's Throw Rock reduced 40%. The Hired Assassin Toxic Blade time is increased to 3 seconds, was 2.5. Azornak, the Azorite Infusion is increased damage taken by 150, was 100. The Azorite Catalyst now lasts 50 seconds, was 26. The Propellant Blast now deals 90% less damage per tick. The Murgok Razdunk, the Azorite Heartseeker damage was reduced by 30%. The homing missile initial damage is reduced by 54%. And then Operation Floodgate, the cast time has been reduced for the Shredinator, and damage increased with consecutive hits. Swamp Face, the Razor Choke Vines the damage has been increased by 9%. The Glizap, Leaping Spark damage has been increased by 100%. Now Dark Flame Clef, Old Wax Beard, crude weapon damage has been reduced by 50%. Seed of Brood Meadery, the Worker Bees, Final Sting damage has been reduced. The Venture Co. Patrons, Mean Mug, periodic damage is reduced 20%. Flavor Scientists, Rejuvenating Honey, cast time has been increased to 3.5 seconds, was 2.5. And then lastly, what most people probably want to hear is the Theater of Pain stuff. The Bone Magus's Bone Spear, the cast time has been increased to 3.5. The Nefarious Dark Spear's Curse Desolation, cast time has been reduced to an instant, was a 1.5. Disease Horror and Blight Sludge Spewers, Decaying Blight duration reduced to 20 seconds, was 30. Disease Horror, Decaying Strike damage reduced by 70%. The cast time is increased to 2.5 seconds, was 0.5. And the Manic Soul Binder and Battle Rituous Necrotic Bolt damage has been reduced by 33%, and cast time has been increased. Nefarious's Dark Spear's Frost Spirit damage has been reduced by 17%, and cast time increased to 2.5 seconds. The Battlefield Ritualist Unholy Fever, his cast time is increased to 3.5 seconds. Kurturok, which is the boss of the wing for the portals and all that stuff. That's the deaths. It has a new ability called Death Spiral, which unleashes necrotic energy to all players, inflicting shadow damage every 1 second for 6 seconds. And then a Well of Darkness, which attaches Well of Darkness onto targeted players for 8 seconds. This well pulses necrotic energy every 1 second, inflicting shadow damage to players within 6 yards. Necrotic Bolt cast time has been increased to 1 second. To 2 seconds, was 1 second. Well of Darkness now deals 33% more damage, but radius reduced to 6 yards, was 8 yards. So there's lots of different things that have been changed, and it's going to be kind of interesting to see how things are going to be going forward. So kind of intrigued by this stuff, and I'm kind of excited. So there is definitely a lot of stuff that has been added and changed throughout the PTR for the past week, but these are the things that I wanted to just bring to everyone's attention, because this is the stuff I kind of saw, and I think that a lot of it's going to stick. So I think it's definitely something that everyone should kind of take a look at. So thanks again, everybody, for hanging out and watching the video. My name is Lord PeteyTV. I'm on Twitch and YouTube every single Monday through Friday. We're going to try to, expand things, so on and so forth. I try to give you videos on this and sister channels many days throughout the week. Usually you're going to get about 5 to 6 videos plus some shorts and things like that. So pretty much you'll see something once every day coming from me. So thank you all. I greatly appreciate you. Dream big, keep gaming, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.